Alright y'all, so today we're going to be continuing our 12 days of Christmas. We are on day 7. And on the 7th day of Christmas, we are getting a rosca, or a Three Kings bread. It's a traditional Mexican Christmas dish. And for this, we have some flour, we have some eggs, we got some sugar, salt, milk, orange zest, we got an orange, butter, yeast, we got some guava paste, and some of those candied cherries, the red and the green, and we also have some powdered sugar. But before we get to baking, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to learn a new recipe every week, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to baking. Alright, so before we start with our mixing bowl, we have 1/3 cup of warm milk. We've gone ahead and microwaved it for 30 seconds. We're going to go ahead and put 3 teaspoons of yeast in it, and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Go ahead and give this a really good mix. We're going to set this to the side. So I have a mixing bowl with a bread hook. If you don't, you can go ahead and mix this by hand. We need 4 eggs. We're going to go ahead and we're going to zest our orange. Then we're going to use juice from 1/2 of the orange. Then we have 3/4 cup of melted butter. Then we're going to take 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then we're going to just start mixing this. And once that is mixed together, we're going to start slowly adding in 4 1/4 cups of flour. And I almost forgot, we need to add our yeast mixture back in. And then we're going to let this go until it comes together and is no longer sticky. Alright, so after a few minutes it comes together, it's no longer sticky. If you're kneading by hand, that'll be about 10 to 15. On your mixer, I didn't time it, I just kind of paid attention. We're going to go ahead and cover this and sit it in a warm place for 1.5 hours to 2 hours until it doubles in size. At that point, I'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so it's been about 1.5 hours. She has more than doubled in size. We're going to go ahead, punch it down. Now we have a baking sheet, we got some parchment paper on it. We are going to start forming a ring. Do your best to keep it an equal thickness all the way around. And we are going to go ahead and sit this back in a warm spot for another hour and let it rise again. Almost forgot, while our bread is rising, we're going to take 1/4 cup of butter, softened up. We're going to take 1 large egg yolk, take 1/2 cup of our flour, 1/2 cup of our powdered sugar, and we're going to go ahead and give this a good mixing until it is well combined. Once it's well combined, we're going to take a piece of saran wrap. My butter wasn't quite warm enough, that's why it's a little crumbly. We're going to go ahead and form this into a ball. Not really a ball, but more of a tube. Then we're going to wrap it nice and tight, and we're going to put this in the fridge until our bread is done rising. So after an hour, we have an egg wash here, which is 1 egg with about a teaspoon of water mixed up. We're going to go ahead and paint this entire thing. Then we're going to start with that paste that we made earlier. We're going to cut it into equal pieces. I got 8 equal pieces here. We're going to go ahead and flatten it into a disc. We're going to evenly spread it out around our bread. Now we're going to take our candied cherries, push one in, skip two, push another in. Same thing with the green. And this extra spot here, I'm gonna go ahead and do, you can do a cherry or you can do the guava paste, it's up to you. We want to take just a strip of the guava paste. Alright, so we have our oven preheated to 400 degrees. We're gonna put this in there for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and cut that heat down to 375 and cook for about another 10 minutes or until it's golden brown. At that point, I'll bring it back. Alright, y'all. So ours is baked. I let it cool on the baking rack for about 5 minutes. Then I moved it over to this cooling rack. Now we're going to let it completely cool on here for at least an hour. At that point, I'll bring it back. Alright, y'all. So after it is completely cooled, this is the point where if you were going to keep it a little more traditional and you have the baby Jesus, you would stick it in the bread from the bottom in a random spot. But there we have it. If you like this video, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button down below. There's a video over here YouTube thinks you should watch, and until next time, keep on cooking on.